There is a flowering plant from the ancient world. So small, most people would walk past it without ever noticing. An annual herb, growing barely 40 to 70 centimeters tall, thin green stems, soft divided leaves, delicate flowers of pale blue and milky white, tiny trigonal seeds measuring barely 3 millimeters long, seeds that begin white, then slowly transform into a deep, matte black when exposed to air. For over 3,000 years, those seeds have traveled through empires, religions, medical traditions, and royal courts. Its name is Nigella sativa. The world knows it as black seed. In Saqqara, Egypt, archaeologists uncovered black seeds dating back to at least 2,700 BCE inside the tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun. Beside gold, sacred oils, and treasures prepared for eternity, archaeologists found a vial of black cumin oil. This was not food for the dead, because ancient Egyptians did not place ordinary plants beside their kings. Everything buried inside a royal tomb served a purpose for eternity. The presence of black seed oil beside Tutankhamun suggests the Egyptians believed this tiny grain could protect, heal, and preserve life beyond death itself. That single discovery revealed something extraordinary. Black seed was not just a spice, it was sacred. As civilizations expanded, the seed entered the written records of history. The first scriptural reference appeared in the book of Isaiah, where it was called Ketza. By the 1st century AD, the Greek physician Dioscorides documented its use for headaches, toothaches, and intestinal disease. Hippocrates studied it. Galen integrated it into Greek medical systems. The Greeks called it melanthyon. Across the deserts of the Middle East, through North Africa, into the Indian subcontinent, this tiny seed spread through human civilization for centuries, not as a rare medicine, but as part of daily life. Historical legends even claim Cleopatra used black seed oil to protect her skin and preserve her beauty. And while ancient healers had no understanding of chemistry, they repeatedly returned to this remarkable plant. A plant they believed could treat everything from nasal congestion and skin disorders. One famous traditional saying declared, "Black cumin is healing for every disease except death." Because beneath its bitter, peppery taste, Nigella sativa carried a chemical architecture unlike ordinary spices. Modern scientists would eventually discover more than 100 bioactive compounds hidden inside its oils. At the center of them all, Thymoquinone, a molecule researchers now call the primary engine behind the seed's medicinal power. And unlike common kitchen herbs, black seed contains rare alkaloids almost never found in culinary plants. Researchers now describe Thymoquinone, or TQ, as the master architect behind the seed's medicinal power. Not simply an antioxidant, but the orchestrator of the plant's entire therapeutic response. And the numbers shocked scientists. Thymoquinone alone makes up nearly 25 to 50% of the seed's volatile oil. Laboratory studies revealed it may modulate the immune system, reduce inflammation, protect cells from oxidative stress, and even trigger apoptosis, the programmed death of damaged cancer cells. But TQ was only the beginning. Scientists also discovered pea semen, an aromatic compound that expands the seed's antimicrobial reach, and carvacrol, a powerful phenol capable of shielding human cells from oxidative damage. Then researchers uncovered something even stranger. Nigella sativa contains rare alkaloids called nigellicine and nigelladine. These compounds are extraordinarily uncommon in culinary plants, but perhaps the most unusual discovery involved the brain. Scientists found that Thymoquinone is one of the rare, natural plant compounds capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier, a protective shield that blocks most substances from entering the brain itself. That discovery transformed Nigella sativa from an ancient folk remedy into a serious subject of neurological research. Then researchers uncovered something even more important. Black seed does not appear to attack only one problem at a time. Instead, it seems to influence entire biological systems simultaneously. Modern studies suggest Nigella sativa may help regulate the immune system itself, not simply boosting it, but balancing it. In weakened states, it may strengthen immune activity. In overactive inflammatory conditions, it may help calm the body's response. Scientists observed changes in T-cell activity, inflammatory signaling pathways, and oxidative defense systems. One pathway attracted particular attention: NF-kappa B, often called the master switch of inflammation. By suppressing this pathway, black seed compounds may interrupt the chain reactions linked to chronic inflammation and metabolic disease. As research expanded, the list of potential applications kept growing. Clinical studies investigated black seed for blood sugar regulation, cholesterol balance, asthma and allergies, microbial infections, skin repair, and cardiovascular health. Some laboratory trials even found activity against antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Others explored its ability to relax airways and reduce respiratory inflammation. And in studies involving type 2 diabetes, researchers observed measurable reductions in fasting blood glucose after weeks of consistent use, not overnight miracles, but measurable physiological changes. But modern science also revealed a dangerous reality. Not all black seed oil is equal. The most important compounds, especially Thymoquinone, are fragile. Heat can destroy them. Chemical solvents can contaminate them. Light exposure can degrade them. That is why researchers insist on one standard above all others: cold-pressed Nigella sativa oil. One of the leading theories of Alzheimer's centers around a toxic protein called amyloid beta, particularly a highly dangerous form known as amyloid beta 142. Scientists discovered that this peptide has an unusual tendency to clump together into plaques inside the brain. These plaques trigger inflammation, damage neurons, and disrupt the communication pathways required for memory. Researchers administered Nigella sativa oil, rich in Thymoquinone. And at higher doses, something unexpected happened. The treated rats began performing almost like healthy controls. In the probe test, rats receiving the strongest dose spent nearly the same amount of time searching the correct quadrant as animals without brain damage. Their memory pathways appeared preserved, not perfectly cured, but protected. To understand why, scientists looked deeper into the brain itself, because Alzheimer's is not only a disease of plaques, it is also a disease of inflammation. When amyloid beta accumulates, immune cells inside the brain become hyperactive. Microglia and astrocytes, normally protective cells, enter a destructive inflammatory state. They release powerful inflammatory proteins called cytokines, including TNF-alpha and IL-1 beta. These molecules create a vicious cycle: more inflammation, more neuron damage, more cognitive decline. But Nigella sativa oil appeared to interrupt that cycle. Researchers observed significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers in treated animals. One major clinical trial followed more than 100 patients with uncontrolled type 2 diabetes over an entire year. The participants were already taking standard diabetic medications like metformin and sulfonylureas. Yet many continued experiencing worsening metabolic decline. Researchers added just one variable: 2 grams of black seed powder daily. The results were striking. Patients taking Nigella sativa showed measurable reductions in fasting blood glucose, insulin resistance, and HbA1c, the long-term marker doctors use to track blood sugar stability. But the most important discovery may not have involved glucose at all. It involved oxidative stress. Researchers observed that Nigella sativa appeared to strengthen the body's antioxidant defense systems. Levels of protective enzymes increased. Superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione. At the same time, markers of oxidative cellular damage began to decrease. In simple terms, the body's internal defense systems appeared stronger. Scientists then uncovered another critical mechanism. Nigella sativa may influence a metabolic pathway known as AMPK, sometimes called the body's master energy switch. Activation of this pathway improves the movement of glucose from the bloodstream into muscle cells, where it can be used for energy instead of accumulating dangerously in circulation. For most of human history, black seed belonged to healers, farmers, spice traders, and local markets. But in the 21st century, Nigella sativa entered something entirely different: the global wellness industry. And once that happened, the ancient seed of blessing became a product, a commodity, a billion-dollar opportunity. Modern economies are built on transformation. Raw materials become finished products, plants become capsules, oils become brands, ancient medicine becomes global commerce. This is the engine of the modern manufacturing world, and black seed is no exception. Today, black seed oil moves through an enormous industrial network. Farms, extraction facilities, laboratories, packaging plants, online marketplaces, and digital advertising systems. But the deeper the seed entered modern industry, the more vulnerable it became. Because in a globalized marketplace, quality is not always rewarded. Visibility is, and visibility is controlled by powerful digital gatekeepers. A small producer with authentic cold-pressed oil may become nearly invisible online. The ancient world valued Nigella sativa based on trust, observation, and tradition. Low-quality oils diluted with sunflower or canola oil often appear beside authentic products. Some brands exaggerate scientific claims, others market black seed as a miracle cure for nearly every disease imaginable. The result is confusion. Consumers can no longer easily distinguish between genuine cold-pressed oil, low Thymoquinone extracts, or synthetic imitations designed purely for profit. For over 3,000 years, black seed survived through civilizations because people passed knowledge directly from generation to generation. For most plants in human history, the story ends when the civilization that used them disappears. But Nigella sativa did something almost no medicinal plant has ever achieved. It survived. Through collapsing empires, through changing religions, through the rise of modern pharmaceuticals, scientists are now studying black seed in ways ancient civilizations could never imagine. Using plant tissue culture technology, researchers can grow Nigella cells in controlled laboratory environments, a process sometimes called green gold. Instead of depending entirely on soil and climate, scientists can now stimulate plant cells directly to produce valuable compounds year-round. Researchers experiment with auxins, cytokinins, and nutrient-rich growth media, trying to optimize the production of molecules like thymol and thymoquinone with pharmaceutical precision. The ancient seed has entered the age of biotechnology. But perhaps the greatest reason scientists still care is the possibility of protection. Scientists are not searching for magic. They are searching for mechanisms. And that may explain why Nigella sativa continues attracting attention across so many scientific fields: neurology, immunology, endocrinology, oncology, pharmacology. Because every new technology applied to the seed seems to reveal another layer of complexity hidden inside it, a tiny biological system shaped by evolution over thousands of years. For ancient civilizations, black seed was a sacred gift. For modern scientists, it has become a biochemical mystery. And perhaps the most astonishing part is this: after more than 3,000 years of human use, Nigella sativa may still be revealing secrets no civilization has fully understood yet.